Well, I guess it'd be about time to get this warmed up and going. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, now, how be this get to working again?
Press the button.
Which
no,
button?
No, not that one.
Not this
the
button.
left.
That one.
No, your other left.
This other one.
Oh,
Which one are you talking about?
I meant the right. No,
What-
but
what
not
right?
that big red one.
The-
The
this
other
right.
red button.
Not-
Just not the big, happy, shiny one.
You mean the one I just pushed?
Yeah, for crying out
Oh,
loud. You don't
right.
know what you're doing.
I know perfectly well what I'm doing.
Not that button. Oh,
I-
for crying out loud. You just sit here on your patootie. You play
Well,
with your buttons. I go make coffee.
You do that, but don't slam the door. Aye, there seems to be a lot of activity here on the ship tonight. But don't worry, we be having quite a show. We've got lots and lots of great stuff in store for ye. So, hold on to your bootstraps, hang on to your booties in general, and be ready, because we're kicking it off right straight to The Witch Doctor. That's right, David Seville kicks us off tonight with The Witch Doctor on the Captain's Quarters.
I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. And then the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said that I told the witch doctor you didn't love me true. I told the witch doctor you didn't love me nice. And then the witch doctor, he gave me this advice. He said that ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bang-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bang-bang. You've been keeping love from me just like you were a miser. And I'll admit I wasn't very smart. So I went out and found myself a guy that's so much wiser. And he taught me the way to win your heart. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to say. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to do. I know that you'll be mine when I say this to you. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bang-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bang-bang. You've been keeping love from me just like you were a miser. And I'll admit I wasn't very smart. So I went out and found myself a guy that's so much wiser. And he taught me the way to win your heart. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to say. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to do. I know that you'll be mine when I say this to you, oh baby. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bang-bang. Come on in. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bang-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bang-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang.
We have found the witch, may we burn her?
How do you know she is a witch?
She looks like one.
Bring her forward.
I'm not a witch, I'm not a witch.
But you are dressed as one.
They dressed me up like this.
And
And this isn't my nose, it's a false one.
Well,
Well, we did do the nose
the nose.
and the hat, but she's a witch.
Did you dress her up like this?
No!
No!
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, a bit. She has got a wart.
What makes you think she is a witch? Well, she turned me into a newt. A newt?
Got better. Burn her anyway!
What? There are ways of telling whether she is a witch.
Are there? What are they? Tell us.
Tell me, what do you do with witches? And what do you burn apart from witches?
More witches!
Wood! So, why do witches burn? Because they're made of wood? Good! Oh, yeah. So, how do we tell whether she is made of wood?
Build a bridge out of her.
Ah, but can you not also make bridges out of stone?
Oh, yeah.
Does a wood sink in water?
No, no.
No, it floats! It floats!
Throw her into the pond!
What also floats in water?
Bread.
Apples! Very small rocks.
Cider.
A great gravy.
Cherries.
Mud.
Churches.
Lead.
A duck.
Exactly. So, logically,
If she weighs the same as a duck, she's made of wood.
and therefore, a witch!
That there was Monty Python with witch burning. I happened to be looking up for witches, and I be seeing that one, and I said to myself, that is a good one to throw at you. Also, remember, just because one person sees it one way doesn't mean the other person don't be seeing it the other way. And what I mean by that is religion and politics. Don't be talking about heater if you don't want to have a little bit of a mashed taters flying at you while we're having dinner. It happens. Lots of fire, lots of brimstone, not always very good ideas. Speaking of which, here be Religion and Politics by Scott Beach. Right here on the Captain's Quarters.
Religion and politics often make some people lose all perspective and give way to ranting and raving and carrying on like emotional children. They either refuse to discuss it with reason or else they prefer argumentum ad hominem, which is a hell of a way to conduct a discussion. Well, anyhow, not long ago, I was talking about the elections and how the campaigns were ignoring the issues and sticking instead to invective and personal crap that had nothing to do with the substantive problems of running a government, which is all true, as you know, if you followed the speeches and so-called debates of the candidates. Anyhow, one of the guys I was talking with said not a word in the whole conversation except at the end when he suddenly chuckled and said we were all full of shit and why didn't we go live in Russia or China if that was the way we all hated the United States of America. Next thing you know, the whole blooming discussion was more like a brawl and the epithets flew thick and fast and the noise was incredible. Someone said son of a bitch and I think he said bastard. I couldn't be sure. It was also confusing. Well, anyhow, I was attempting to get it all back on a rational level. I tried, for example, to talk to the one who had started it all and I asked him just what did he mean we were all full of shit. Was he making a statement of fact as he knew it and where was his documentation to back up his claim? I think Socrates would have been proud of the way I refuted his argument. That is, I tried to refute it, but all he could offer by way of rebuttal was more of the same about how we were all full of shit, but he wouldn't say why. He just kept on repeating it, that and the part about Russia and China and communist dupes, and I'll have to confess that I got a bit angry and told him to stuff his ideas up his, which you don't have to tell me is hardly a way to convince anyone in an argument. Then he got salty and threatened to give me a punch in the mouth if I didn't shut up, and I really got hot, and the others did too, and we all beat the shit out of Mr. Conservative, and after all, he had only himself to be blamed. This is still a free country, and anyone telling a fellow like me, brother, you're full of shit, better be good and ready to answer politely when asked if he'd care to say why.
When me and my friends go out in the town, we can't sit still, we can't sit down. We don't like to fight and we don't like to scuffle, but we dance all night doing the curly shuffle. Hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo. Well, yuck, 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 yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. What is he? What is he? Well, we never miss a chance. We get up and dance and do the curly shuffle. Well, me and my friends love Larry and Moe. We love Curly's brother Shemp and his fat clone Joe. It's such a delight to boogie and hustle, dancing all night doing the curly shuffle. Hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo. Well, yuck, 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 yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Oh, wee, 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 wee. Oh, wise guy. Oh, wise. Well, we never miss a chance. We get up and dance and do the curly shuffle. That's right. classics on late night TV. Those knuckleheads love to get in a scuffle. They push and they shove, doing the curly shuffle. Hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo. Well, yuck, 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 yuck. Look at the grouse, look at the grouse, look at the grouse, look at the grouse. Well, we never miss a chance. We get up and dance and do the curly shuffle. Right, we do the curly shuffle. What'd you say? We do the curly shuffle. That's what I thought you said. We do the curly shuffle. We do the curly shuffle. Sweetly. We never miss a chance. We get up and dance and do the curly shuffle.
We rode right away from religion and politics, right into the Curly Shuffle. And that one be done by the Jump in the Saddle Band. We can't be dropping anchor there. Let us keep it rowing with Get Off Me Table Mabel by Larry Vincent.
Johnny married Mabel Brown. She was known all over town as a gal who knew her way around. She worked in a barbecue, knew a little trick or two. When she'd come home at night, John would yell with all his might. Get off the table, Mabel, the $2 are for beer. Get off the table, Mabel, you'll make no money here. People might walk by and through the window they might stare. It wouldn't sound so nice to hear, who's the old bag laying there? Get off the table, Mabel, you've got too much stuff, and I ain't got enough. Though you're able, shake your what's this anywhere but here. Get off the table, Mabel, don't do your dancing here. Get off the table, Mabel, I've seen your whole routine. Get off the table, Mabel, cut out the second scene. You may go like dynamite wherever you may be. I'm afraid of dynamite, no dynamite for me. Get off the table, Mabel, save it for the show. The show will make you dough. The twists and turns that you invent will help us pay the rent. Go out and get it, Mabel, I'm down to my last cent. Oh, Mabel, Daddy's going to town. Get off the table, Mabel, you've got too much stuff, and I ain't got enough. Though you're able, shake your what's this anywhere but here. Get off the table, Mabel, my $2 go for beer.
There's something very strange about Grandpa. He hasn't been the same since grandmother passed away. He just sits around the house watching rap videos on MTV all day. And we worry, don't you know, Grandpa thinks he's Coolio. Yeah, keep it real. Didn't you cream his Bond? There's something very strange about Grandpa. He used to wear his pants hiked up as far as they would go, and now he wears him sagging around his waist so his adult diaper shows. When we tell him not to do that, he threatens to get his cat. Grandpa thinks he's a gangster, and I think he's too old to have his dentures capped in gold. And he's mad because we refuse to call him OG, the osteoporosis gangster. There's something very wrong with Grandpa. He likes to make his Craftmatic bed go up and down. He thinks he's in the hoopty with hydraulics, cruising through town. There's something wrong with his head. He wants neon put under his bed. Grandpa thinks he's a gangster. He thinks that his pacemaker is a SkyTel pager, and he's mad because we refuse to call him OG. Grandpa's gone gangster.
Well, how did you think about that? Grandpa's Gone Gangster by Mr. Larry Weaver. Let's talk about taking the garbage out.
Oh, Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout would not take the garbage out. She'd wash the dishes and scrub the pans, cook the yams and spice the hams, and though her parents would scream and shout, she simply would not take the garbage out. And so it piled up to the ceilings, coffee grounds, potato peelings, brown bananas and rotten peas, chunks of sour cottage cheese. It filled the can, it covered the floor, it cracked the windows and blocked the door with bacon rinds and chicken bones, drippy ends of ice cream cones, prune pits, peach pits, orange peel, gloppy glumps of cold oatmeal, pizza crust and withered greens, soggy beans and tangerines, crusts of blackburn butter toast, grisly bits of beefy roast. The garbage rolled on down the hall. It raised the roof. It broke the walls. Greasy napkins, cookie crumbs, blobs of gooey bubble gum, cellophane from old bologna, rubbery, blubbery macaroni, peanut butter cake and dry curdled milk and crusts of pie, rotting melons, dried up mustard, eggshells mixed with lemon custard, cold French fries and rancid meat, yellow lumps of cream of wheat. At last, the garbage reached so high that finally it touched the sky, and none of her friends would come to play, and all the neighbors moved away, and finally Sarah Cynthia Stout said, "Okay, I'll take the garbage out." But then, of course, it was too late. The garbage reached across the state from New York to the Golden Gate, and there in the garbage she did hate. Poor Sarah met an awful fate that I cannot right now relate, because the hour is much too late. But children, remember Sarah Stout, and always take the garbage out.
That there be Shel Silverstein with Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout would not take the garbage out. Reminds me of me own self as a child. Still won't take the garbage out. I just move the ship to a new port. Now, we'll just pause for a vintage commercial, but be right back with more shenanigans in just a moment.
I'm a spaceman. The moon and sun and all the stars are great big Tootsie Roll Pops. I'm a princess. Yes, my lord, it's a party tonight. We'll have Tootsie Roll Pops. All of the kids in the neighborhood say Tootsie Roll Pops are triple good. Triple good. And do you know why? Sure. Because 1, there's good tasting hard candy outside. And 2, there's a delicious center of Tootsie Roll inside. And 3, only Tootsie Roll Pops are such fun to eat. That's why they're triple good. And don't forget, Tootsie Roll Pops come in a party pack, too. 10 pops in assorted flavors. There's a game on the back that's lots of fun to do. All of the kids in the neighborhood say Tootsie Roll Pops are triple good. Triple good. You'll love Tootsie Roll Pops.
Hi, so we're back. and there's no point in beating around the bush. So let's get straight back to it with Emerald Rose's Tree-Huggin' Man.
There's a song about love gone terribly wrong. It's called The Tree-Huggin' Man. Now once I was a happy man, I led a happy life with my big old dozer business, my perfect little wife. I never saw it coming, my ignorance was bliss. I never thought my little gal would get turned around like this. But he came down from the mountains, this little scraggly dude, with a big old bulgy backpack and some nasty hiking shoes. She met him at a rally where we was clearing land, and my baby ran away with a tree-hugging man. Oh yeah, my baby ran away with a tree-hugging man. Now first it was a friendship I didn't really mind. I never thought some skinny dude could steal some gal of mine. But he started her to reading Alvin Toffler and Al Gore. She sucked it down like cheesecake, pretty soon she wanted more. She'd lost her poof of hairdo, wouldn't watch her daytime shows. She started listening in to National Public Radio. One day his buddy showed up in a psychedelic band, and my baby rode away with a tree-hugging man. I say my baby rode away with a tree-hugging man. Yeah, he's a juice-chugging, tree-hugging, liberal pinko dude, wearing hemp pajamas, eating natural foods, with his big bushy beard and his cheap tie-dyes. What's this fella got that I can't buy? Now he ain't got no job, can't offer her riches, but he sure lit a fire under her pink britches. She's down to Guatemala, now she's up to Oregon. She's saving whales for Greenpeace, he's got her on the run. She changed her name to Heather, now she's chained herself to trees. Oh, this eco-warrior business, it's some terrible disease. She cut my heart right open, left it bleeding on the sand, when my baby ran away with a tree-hugging man. I say my baby ran away with a tree-hugging man. So my baby ran away with that juice-jugging, tree-hugging, granola-munching, pine cone crunching sort of man. Thank you. Thank you.
My wife left town with a banana. Love's a rotten deal. Found that yellow devil hiding in her purse. He's cold and he's hard, but he's got appeal. I hope it never happens to you. Some fruit breaks your marriage in two. My wife left town with a banana. My baby's slipping away. Left town with a banana. I'm a jealous man. She found a 6-inch Latin lover. Now she does the tango with her right hand. And right now I could just die. He's eating my banana cream pie. My wife left town with a banana. My baby's slipping, my baby's slipping, my baby's slipping away.
Well, that's one in a little bit. I wouldn't say he's nuts. I'd say he's bananas over it. Okay, the joke is bad. Gonna get worse. But fear not. We be having our own time here. That was Carlos Borzine Sr. with My Wife Left Town with a Banana. Now, let's have little George Carlin giving some observations on cultural issues. Like ones about the boomers.
A lot of these... Hold on a sec. A lot of these cultural crimes I've been complaining about can be blamed on the baby boomers. Something else I'm a little tired of hearing about. The baby boomers. whiny, narcissistic, self-indulgent people with a simple philosophy. Give me it, it's mine! Give me that, it's mine! These people were given everything. Everything was handed to them. And they took it all. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and they stayed loaded for 20 years and had a free ride. But now they're staring down the barrel of middle-age burnout, and they don't like it. They don't like it, so they've turned self-righteous. And they want to make things hard on younger people. They tell them abstain from sex, say no to drugs. As for the rock and roll, they sold that for television commercials a long time ago. So they could buy pasta machines and Stairmasters and soybean futures. Soybean futures. You know something? They're cold, bloodless people. It's in their slogans, it's in their rhetoric. No pain, no gain. Just do it. Life is short, play hard. It happens, deal with it. Get a life. These people went from do your own thing to just say no. They went from love is all you need to whoever winds up with the most toys wins. And they went from cocaine to Rogaine. And you know something? They're still counting grams, only now it's fat grams. And the worst of it is the rest of us have to watch these commercials on TV for Levi's loose-fitting jeans and fat-ass Docker pants. Because these degenerate yuppie boomer suckers couldn't keep their hands off the croissants and the Haagen-Dazs. And their big fat asses have spread all over and they have to wear fat Docker pants. F these boomers, f these yuppies. And f*** everybody, now that I think of it. Well, sometimes in comedy you have to generalize.
man. I just bought it.
I don't care what you just bought. You get your little fanny perpendicular and get ready for school.
I'm not going to school.
What do you mean you're not going to school?
Just what I said. I'm not going to school.
And why not?
Because I'm sick. That's why not.
Sick? You're sick, all right. What's wrong with you now, Prince Charming?
I got an earache.
Earache, my eye. How would you like a butt ache? Now get your little fanny out of that bed and clean up this room. It looks like a pigsty. You hear me? All right, that's enough. That's enough. You pushed me far enough, young man. You're getting punished. Now stand up.
No.
I said stand up.
I let go of my hair, man.
Now, young man, I have talked to you and talked to you and talked to you till I'm blue in the face, and I'm done talking to you.
Good. Does that mean you're done spitting on me, too?
Shut up. I'm not done talking to you. Now turn around and bend over.
Oh, what are you going to do, you pervert?
Pervert? Why you snotty? Oh, shut up. I haven't even touched it yet. Now, I want you to know this is going to hurt you a lot more than it's going to hurt me.
Oh, wow. That didn't even hurt.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, wow. What are you trying to do, tickle me?
Tickle you? Yeah, I'll tickle you.
Ow!
Oh, is that tickle, huh? Come on, now, tickle. Come on, laugh it up, funny boy.
No more.
All right, now you gonna do what I tell you?
Yeah.
You gonna talk back to me?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, no.
All right. Now you get your clothes on and get your little butt ready for school. Right now, do you understand?
Yeah.
All right.
That there be Cheech and Chong's Earache Me Eye. Lovely tune. I loved it the first time I heard it. Oh, so long ago when I was a wee little lad. I love it now. I've got something special in store for you. One more song before we have to go to commercial. But don't worry. We got plenty coming back. We've got the final 40. We got
Hey,
the...
Woodnick, did you see it coming this way?
Sees what? Becoming what way?
The squid, you know, the one with the fireman's axe. Vic, never mind. There it goes. Hey, you comes back here and fights like a man.
Push a razor blade to your nose. Whip your partner with a rubber hose. Spit at the band, cause that's the way it goes. Do the punk polka. Drink a little beer and drink a little scotch. Turn around and kick your neighbor in the crotch. It's no fun if you just stand and watch. Do the punk polka. Jump, up and down in place. Travel safely, pin into your face. Excuse me while I leave the human race to do the punk polka. Nothing but death, nothing but death, nothing but death and destruction. Bad breath, armpits, terminal acne, nothing but death for me. If I find I've had too much to drink, I will go and vomit in the sink. I feel just like the missing link when I do the punk polka. Jump, up and down in place. Travel safely, pin into your face. Excuse me while I leave the human race to do the punk polka.
That there be the tunes with the punk polka. If you hadn't figured out, as they continued to say it over and over again with much harmony. Now, we're going to be pausing for a commercial, but don't worry, we'll be right back with more great stuff. And don't forget to call your requests in to 323-HEAVE-HO. That'd be 323-HEAVE-HO.
Hi, my name is Alfred Sneasley, and when I go to Heroes Comic Shop on 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York, I'm always greeted with a big smile from Jared.
Hey, Alfred. Hey, how are you today?
And his selection of comics and graphic novels, it's just amazing. I mean, it's what I always dreamed I could be. And he always treats me like the hero I am inside.
I don't just read about the heroes, I become the hero! At Heroes Comic Shop, I become the hero Mom always wanted me to be!
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momthroughout.com.
Now up and away! Deep within the ancient shadows that lay within the Elmira Heights Theater, nestled within its attic, there stands a realm that holds a balance between good and evil. A realm that emboldens the heart and enthralls the imagination. This is a realm where legends of heroes and villains alike come to life and are spurred forward by the Keeper, known as Josh. Within his holdings, he has keys to the past, the present, the future, and to galaxies far beyond our own. What is the name of this marvelous realm, you may ask? It is There and Back Again, Toys and Collectibles. Relive the adventures you held as a child with vintage Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Mask, Transformers, Hasbro, Mattel toys, to name a few. The Keeper also has hundreds of Funko Pops in stock. The portal to enter this magical realm is only open for a short duration each and every week. So, to ensure your victory of entrance, go to the Oracle of Facebook. Seek out There and Back Again Toys and Collectibles. Stand tall and learn to play again.
Ha ha ha! Here we are again. I be telling ye that I've been having some fascinating confabs as of the late. And someone was telling me about the mythological creature of Bigfoot. I tell you, he ain't so mythological. Not when he's jumping around in front of you. But Elvis, on the other hand, I'm not even sure he ever actually existed. Has anyone ever seen Elvis? Have they ever been able to get a good picture of him? That's be the question. And on that note, Elvis is everywhere.
When I look out into your eyes out there, when I look out into your faces, you know what I see? I see a little bit of Elvis in each and every one of you out there. Let me tell you, well, Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see is that the big ease out of you and me. Elvis is everywhere, man. He's in everything. He's in everybody. Elvis is in your jeans. He's in your cheeseburgers. Elvis is in Nutty Buddies. Elvis is in your mom. He's in everybody. He's in the young, the old, the fat, the skinny, the white, the black, the brown, and the blue. People got Elvis in them too. Elvis is in everybody out there. Everybody's got Elvis in them. Everybody except one person, that is. Yeah, one person. The evil opposite of Elvis. The anti-Elvis. Anti-Elvis got no Elvis in him, let me tell you. Michael J. Fox has no Elvis in him. Yeah, and Elvis is in Joan Rivers, but he's trying to get out, man. He's trying to get out. Listen up, Joni, baby. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see is that the big ease out of you and me. Ow. Man, there's a lot of unexplained phenomenon out there in the world. A lot of things people say, what the heck's going on? Let me tell ya. Who built the pyramids? Elvis. Who built Stonehenge? Elvis. Yeah, man, you see guys walking down the street pushing shopping carts, and you think they're talking to Allah? They're talking to themselves, man. No, they're talking to Elvis. 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 You know what's going on at the Bermuda Triangle? Down the Bermuda Triangle. Elvis needs boats. Elvis needs boats. Elvis, 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 Elvis needs boats. Ah, the sailing Elvis. Captain Elvis. Commodore Elvis, it is. Yeah, man, you know, people from outer space, they come up to me, they don't look like Dr. Spock, They don't look like Klingons, all that Star Trek jive. They look like Elvis. Elvis! Everybody in outer space looks like Elvis, because Elvis is a perfect being. We're all moving in perfect peace and harmony towards Elvisness. Soon all will become Elvis. Everything, everywhere will be Elvis. Why do you think they call it evolution anyway? It's really Elvis-lution. Elvis-lution. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see that the big E's out of you and me. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The time has come. Time has come to talk that little bit of Elvis inside of you. Talk to it. Call it up. Say, Elvis, heal me. Save me, Elvis. Make me be born again in the perfect Elvis light. That's right. You got that Elvis inside of you, and he's talking to you. He says he wants you to sing. Everybody got to sing like the king. Like the king. Get that leg going now. Get your lip too. Not no fool Billy Idol lip either. Everybody. Yeah, we're rocking now. Elvis is with us. He's with us and he's speaking to us. He says, peoples. He says, peoples. Everybody. Everybody gotta sing. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see that the big E's out of you and me. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see that the big E's inside of you and me. Elvis.
Got on an elevator and this old guy got on with me, and I was over near the buttons. I pushed number 4 and I said, "Where you going?" He said, "Phoenix." So I pushed Phoenix. Doors open, 2 tumbleweeds blew on. We stepped off. We were in downtown Phoenix. I said, "You know, you're the kind of guy I'd really like to hang around." He said, "Well, I'm going out to the desert. Do you want to go?" I said, "Sure." So we hopped in his car and started driving out to the desert. He told me he spent most of his life working on a research project for the government, trying to find out who financed the pyramids. He worked on it 30 years, and they paid him an incredible amount of money. He told him he was pretty sure it was a guy named Eddie. We get out to his house, 500 miles in the middle of the desert. The phone rings. He says, "You get it." So I went over and I picked it up. The man said, "Stephen Wright?" I said, "Yes." He said, "This is Mr. Haynes, your student loan director from your bank." I said, "Yeah." He said, "You're 62 bank payments behind. I found out today from the institute you attended that they received none of the $17,000 we loaned you. I'd really like to know what you did with it." So, well, Mr. Haynes, I'm not going to lie to you. Gave the money to my friend Jiggs Casey, and he built a nuclear weapon with it. And I'd really appreciate it if you wouldn't call me anymore. I have several hobbies which I enjoy to the fullest. I have a large seashell collection which I keep scattered on the beaches all over the world. Maybe you've seen it. I also collect rare photographs. I have 2 very rare photographs. One is a picture of Houdini locking his keys in his car. The other one is a rare photograph of Norman Rockwell beating up a child. I was in the Museum of Natural History in New York. Accidentally walked into the ladies' room, said sorry, thought this was an exhibit. They get all upset. Women can't live with them, can't shoot them.
I'm a little Mojo Nixon, and Elvis is everywhere. Right into Stephen Wright's Jigs Casey. One way to get those creditors off your back is to promise them a nuclear weapon. Or a cannon, whichever it may be. Let's see what Mr. Weird Al Yankovic has to say about my Bologna.
Open up a package of my bologna. Ooh, I think the toast is done. The toast is done. Top it with a little of my bologna. Never gonna stop. Eat it up. Such a tasty snack. I always eat too much. It's a wrong. But I'll soon be back to my, yeah. My bologna. Spread it on the mustard now. Show me how. Spread it on a little of this bologna. Hoping that we don't run out. Don't run out. If we do, I'm sure that I'll miss bologna. Never gonna stop, eat it up. Such a tasty snack, I always eat too much and throw up. But I'll soon be back for my, yeah. Woo! My bologna. My bologna, hey! Walking down the shopping aisle, filling up my basket with Oscar Mayer. Never gonna stop, eat it up. Such a tasty snack, I always eat too much and throw up. But I'll do me back to my, yeah. Woo! My, yeah. Woo! My bologna. My bologna. My bologna. My bologna.
But you know what? Travelling around this great nation, there's one thing which really unifies us all culturally, and that is the song Waltzing Matilda. It is a classic. You know, it has actually been criticised recently.
What on earth could you possibly have against Waltzing Matilda?
Well, apparently it's a song about a homeless, suicidal thief. Yeah, sure. That's the main sort of thrust of the criticism. But you know, that's the kind of thing that makes this nation great! All right, good for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do our own version of Waltzing Matilda for you right now in the style of Eminem.
Yo, here we go. Yo, come on. I'm playing with my yo-yo over here. I said once a jolly swagman was not a bagman. Can't buy a billabong, he looked like Larry Hagman. Beneath the shade of a tree called a Coolabah. It wasn't far by car from Mooloolaba. He sang as he waited for his billy to boil. He was sitting on the soil, it was gonna take a while. When he could see the steam on his tea, he said, "You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me." A waltzing Matilda, she came from St. Kilda. Her middle name was Hilda, her daddy was a builder. When he could see the steam on his tea, he said, "You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me." Down came a jump buck, he was dumbstruck. He jumped up and picked it up but got his thumb stuck. He flicked off the dag and rolled up his swag and stuck that chumbuck down in his tucker bag. I can't quite remember what happens next. I'm gonna refer to the original text. Down came a stockman mounted on his yo, that ish with the stockman. I got it, man. Yo, down came a stockman, turned up his Walkman, went to the swaggy and said, "Yo, what's up, man? You dirty smuggler, I ain't no sucker. What's in the bag with your tucker, motherfucker?" I jumped the swaggy and said it wasn't me. The stockman called on the troopers, 1, 2, 3. The cops came en masse and chased him down the grass to nab his thieving, skinny, white, homeless ass. But they won't catch him because he jumped in the billabong for a never-ending swim. And as he took his dive, they listened to his jive. He said, "You coppers are never gonna take me alive." swaggy, the troopers, the jump buck, the yo-yo. I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to steal that jump buck, but tonight I'm cleaning out my tucker bag.
Whoa. Playing with your yo-yo. Oh, man.
I'd say there'll be a bunch of yo-yos right there, no matter how. You be looking at them. So I was there. Let's see where that was. That was Cleaning Out Me Tucker Bag by Scared Weird Little Guys. I appreciate them in a weird kind of way. Now, let's hear from another strange little guy, Mr. Willie Nelson with Vote 'Em Out.
If you don't like who's in there, vote 'em out. That's what election day is all about. The biggest gun we've got is called the ballot box. So if you don't like who's in there, vote 'em out. 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 And when they're gone, we'll sing and dance and shout. Bring some new ones in, and we'll start that show again. And if you don't like who's in there, vote 'em out. A bunch of clowns you voted in. Election day is coming round again. If you don't like it now, if it's more than you'll allow, if you don't like who's in there, vote 'em out. 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 And when they're gone, we'll sing and dance and shout. Bring some new ones in, and we'll start the show again. And if you don't like who's in there, vote 'em out. 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 That's what election day is all about. The biggest gun we've got is called the ballot box. So if you don't like who's in there, vote 'em out. If you don't like who's in there, we'll vote 'em out.
You know, I'm writing a song that should be released real soon. It's called If the Bed Breaks Down, I'll See You in the Spring. Then Undertaker shopping. Undertaker walked over to an old fella who was sitting there waiting on some business. Walked to the old fella and said, "How old are you, friend?" The old fella said, "I'll be 98 December the 6th. Undertaker looked at him and said, "Hardly worth going home, is it?" I was in the car driving, and I got a guy in front of me got a flat. This guy pulled up beside him right in front of the insane asylum. He fixed his flat because that's where he got flat, in front of the insane asylum. So he took the tire off, looked at it, and put another tire back on. He found out when he put the tire back on, they didn't have any lugs to go in it. So he couldn't keep it on. So he stood there and looked a while, and after a while he got disgusted and he'd given up. He figured he'd go on and leave because there's no way to fix it. So he looked through the fence, and there was a guy peering through the fence, a nut from the insane asylum looking through the fence. And the nut looked at him and said, "Well, look here, buddy, you don't leave. Why don't you just take one lug off each wheel? That way you'd have 3 lugs on each wheel, and you can go where you're going." This guy looked at the nut. He said, "My goodness, that's good thinking." He said, "What's a guy like you doing in a mental institution?" And the nut said, "I might be crazy, but I'm not stupid." We have some neighbors. I know you'd be glad not to have these kind. They fight all the time. They had a fight last night. It was the worst one that they've ever had. The husband got real bad. He told his wife, "I'm going out with the boys, and if you don't like it, lump it." He said, "I got a date, and I'm going out, and you know who's going to help me get dressed? You." He said, you know who's gonna shine my shoes? You. You know who's gonna get my suit out the closet? You. He said, you know who's gonna tie my tie? She said, yeah, the Undertaker.
There, a little red fox with the Undertaker's eye. You don't hear a lot of red fox around, but you do hear it on the captain's quarters. Speaking of the captain's quarters, we're going to have to take a little break. We're coming to the top of our hour. But fear not, we got plenty more for you. And we'll also have the final 40 before it all comes to crashing down with, as you guessed it, the witching hour. Be warned, if you're not crazy enough by then, you'll lose your mind when it happens. So stay tuned right here to the captain's quarters and lose your mind the right way.
Deep within the ancient shadows that lay within the Elmira Heights Theater, nestled within its attic, there stands a realm that holds a balance between good and evil, a realm that emboldens the heart and enthralls the imagination. This is a realm where legends of heroes and villains alike come to life and are spurred forward by the Keeper, known as Josh. Within his holdings, he has keys to the past, the present, the future, and to galaxies far beyond our own. What is the name of this marvelous realm, you may ask? It is There and Back Again, Toys and Collectibles. Relive the adventures you held as a child with vintage Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Mask, Transformers, Hasbro, Mattel toys, to name a few. The Keeper also has hundreds of Funko Pops in stock. The portal to enter this magical realm is only open for a short duration each and every week. So, to ensure your victory of entrance, go to the Oracle of Facebook. Seek out There and Back Again Toys and Collectibles. Stand tall and learn to play again.
Let's be a stopping into BC's restaurant and see what Mike be a cooking up.
But I's brought us some raw squid and salami sandwiches so we could his picnic.
Oh, that's nice. But I wanted to treat you to a nice meal.
I'll save these for later.
Aye, let's be fetching in.
Oh, this is nice.
Aye, that'd be. And it looks like an old-fashioned diner at that.
And looks at this menu. It looks so good. They got the wings, the subs and salads. I think I get a BC big plate. Let's see. It comes with the cheeseburger, the hot dog, the fries, the cheese sauce, the meat sauce, and the coleslaw. Better mix that too. What are you having, my little pumpernickel?
I think I'll be having a double dog special. Oh, goody. It'd be a-coming with chips and a drink, too. Ha ha ha.
BC's Restaurant, 238 Oakwood Avenue, Elmira Heights. They have indoor, outdoor, and takeout available. 607-735-2166. And they're open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. You're listening to 1410 WELM Elmira and 106.5 FM The Pirate.
And baubles right in store for ye. For example, the Final 40. It'd be extremicated right from the request sent to us via the mail of...
That's email, you dolt.
That's what me be saying.
They can also call us at 323-HEAVE-HO.
I'd like to heave-ho you.
But was that my little pumpernickel?
Nothing, my dear. You old sea hag.
Well, here, let me help you get this show going again.
Abash, you old bat. Heave-ho!
Heave-ho! Heave-ho! Johnny! Johnny!
We're all doomed. Oh, that's better.
See? I made it so better. I'm going to see about that dinner and work on my suntan.
Me's not even hungry, and it be night time out, you crazy old bat. And don't slam the door. Well, here we be back again for our second hour. But fear not, we've got plenty of jocularity to go around. Now, humor, on the other hand, maybe we be not having quite so much of that. We have plenty. And to prove that we'd have more than what most have, we're going to go straight to Monty Python. That's right, Monty Python with Camelot, here on the captain's quarters. Oh, don't be forgetting, you can still be calling in your requests. 323-HEAVE-HO. 323-HEAVE-HO. We don't have long before the Final 40 begins, but we do have a moment or five.
And that may lead just how we know the Earth to be banana shaped.
This new learning amazes me, Sir Bedivere. Explain again how sheep's bladders may be employed to prevent earthquakes.
Certainly, sir.
Look, my liege.
Camelot. Camelot. Camelot.
It's only a model.
Shh. Knights, I bid you welcome to your new home. Let us ride to Camelot.
We're knights of the round table, we dance whenever we're able. We do routines, we call the scenes, with footwork impeccable. We dine well here in Camelot, we eat ham and jam and Spamalot. We're knights of the round table, our shows are more mid-table. So many times we're given rhymes that are quite unsingable. We're off so mad in Camelot, we sing from the diaphragm. Impersonate Clark Gable. It's a busy life in Camelot.
I have to push the Pramalot.
On second thoughts, let's not go to Camelot. It is a silly place.
When the Führer says, wie ist der Master Race? Wie heil, heil, right in the Führer's face. Not to love the Führer is a great disgrace. So we heil, heil, right in the Führer's face. When Herr Goebbels says, we own the world in space. We heil, heil, right in Herr Goebbels' face. When Herr Göring says, they'll never bomb this place. We heil, heil, right in Herr Göring's face. Are we not the Superman? Alien pure Superman?
Yeah, we is the Superman.
Super duper Superman. Is this Nazi land so good? Would you leave it if you could?
Yeah, this Nazi land is good. We would leave it if we could.
We bring the world new order. I'll hit this world new order. Everyone a foreign race. We love the Führer's face when we bring to the world disorder. When the Führer says, wie ist der Master Race? We heil, heil, right in the Führer's face. Not to love the Führer is a great disgrace. So we heil, heil, right in the Führer's face. When the Führer says, wie ist der Master Race? We heil, heil, right in the Führer's face. Not to love the Führer is a great disgrace. So we heil, heil, right in the Führer's face.
Spike Jones right there and his City Slickers with the Führer's face. Now, let's be going right into Louise Jordan with Jack, You're Dead.
When you've got no more assurance than a great big hunk of lead, if you don't respond to romance, Jack, you dead. When a chick is smiling at you, even though there's nothing said, if you stand there like a statue, Jack, you dead. You've been always kicking, but you stubbed your toes when you ups and kicks the bucket, just like old man Mose. When you get no kicks from loving and you blow your top instead, it's a fact that you ain't living. Jack, you dead. Just ain't got nobody since you gone and lost your head. Rigor mortis will set in, daddy. Jack, you dead. What's the use of having muscles when your life hangs by a thread? If you ain't got no red corpuscles, Jack, you dead. You've been always kicking, but you stubbed your toes when you ups and kicks the bucket, just like old man Mose. When you get no kicks from loving and the news begin to spread, all the cats will holler, murder! Jack, you dead. All the breath is leaked out of you. When your friends gather around the bed and look at you and say, don't he look natural? When that happens to you, daddy, Jack, you dead.
Hey, you. Is this where you join the Canadian Armed Forces?
This is the recruitment center. Would you like to enlist?
Do you have guns?
Yes, we do.
I'm in.
Well done. Welcome aboard. First, the paperwork. Name?
Ed Gruberman. I can't wait to boot some head.
All right. Well, would you like Army, Navy, or Air Force?
Who has the most guns?
Army.
I want Army.
Okay. Now, which courses would you like?
Courses?
Yes, to learn a career.
I don't want a career. I want a gun. I want a big gun.
Everyone wants a free education. It's our incentive to enlist. Now, pick 3 from this pamphlet.
Introduction to International Politics, Computers 101, Antique Restoration?
Yes, that qualifies you to work on our helicopters.
Look, don't you have any courses with guns?
Well, yes, last page.
Intro to ammo, advanced wounding, creative bazookas. Ooh, I'll take all these.
Fine. Any mental diseases or physical deformities?
Okay, I'll take paranoia, 3 nipples,
No.
What?
Never mind. Would you like in on the pension plan?
No.
Christmas club?
No.
Twin or queen size?
Look, I want a gun. I want to kill people.
What? Who?
Afghanis.
We're not at war with them.
We will be after I start killing them.
No, we don't kill people.
Not even Al-Qaeda?
Oh, no. They're dangerous. We don't want to get them angry.
What a wimp!
I'm not a wimp. I'm extremely tough. I do advanced Pilates.
You're a wimp. Have you shot anyone lately?
Well, the Canadian Army isn't about shooting people. It's about career training and being all you can be on a limited budget.
I want to bathe in a geyser of enemy blood.
That hardly sounds sanitary.
Screw sanitary. I want to blow things up like in Shaving Ryan's Privates.
No. The movie was Saving Private Ryan.
What movie?
What?
Look, let me explode a few buildings.
No.
1 stab wound.
No, our insurance rates will go up.
What are you, a bunch of girls?
No. Well, except for the girls.
There's girls in the Army?
And they're just as tough as the men.
So they don't shoot anyone either,
Well,
huh?
that's not what we do.
Wimp, what do you do?
Peacekeeping.
Wimp.
Border patrol.
Wimp.
Parades.
Wimp.
Typing.
Wimp.
Filing.
Wimp!
That doesn't get out of here before I do something.
Oh, I'm real scared. What are you gonna do? File me out?
Wait a minute. Just what are you doing here anyway?
I told you, I want a gun. I want a lot of guns. I want to start killing anyone I disagree with.
Oh, you want the American Army.
Oh, okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Might there be army careers by the Frantics? Now, let's go right in to the hearse. In other words, the hearse song by Oscar Brand. For the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out.
Have you ever thought as the hearse goes by, one of these days you are gonna die? The motor pool sends out a car, you're going for a ride but you don't get far. As you watch the death wagon riding by, you don't know whether to laugh or cry. You wish it weren't, but you know it's true. The very next load may consist of you. The burial detail lowers you down. The officers, they just stand around. They shovel in dirt, they shovel in rocks. They don't give a damn if they break the box. The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. They creep all over your chin and mouth. They call their friends friends too. You look like hell when they get through. Your eyes drop out, your teeth fall in. The worms are over your mouth and chin. Each one takes a bite or two of what the Pentagon says is you.
Okay, ready? Oh yeah, we're ready. Well, quit tuning your tuba. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I know you've often wondered what their Swedens do for fun. You think they make those movies fair, they show her lots of puns. You think they have those nudie girls who really are their sight. But it's so cold in Sweden that their tits would get frostbite. So we watch the American movies, we watch them all day long. Those westerns with their cowpokes that sing those silly songs. So we make our own western, but all we have is goats. We don't have no Hereford cows, so we have to be goat pokes. Yup, up on my horsey, in my butt it is a pain. I stepped in all the horsey do, just like this guy John Wayne. My girlfriend's name is Gertrude, she works in the saloon. Her face is like a fjord, but she has her really big boobs. Yippee-ki-yo, der yippee-ki-yay. I don't know why they yell this, but they yell it all their day. Yippee-ki-yo, der yippee-ki-yay. Riding on those horses wants to make you take a rest.
Hey, Sven, where'd you go there, Steakhouse? I really don't know, but I know you anyway.
We start to make the movie, we decide to rob their bank. But we forget to use the bullets they call blanks. So when the shooting started, the actors dropped like flies. They had to cut the movie short cause no one did survive. So I became the actor and I was really tough. Until I lifted Gertrude, I got a hernia. So yup, up on my horsey, it really was a fuss. Instead of wearing a gun belt, I had to wear a truss. Yup, up on my horsey, in my groin it is a pain. I step in all the horsey do, just like this guy on Wayne. My girlfriend's name is Gertrude, she works in the saloon. Her face is like their fjord, but she has her really big boobs. Her face is like their fjord, but she has their really big boobs.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And there be Steve Lisenby with Swedish Western. Now, here be something that you don't be hearing every day, for I found it deep in our archives. I was kicking some dust around, looking for something else, and stumbled across this little, shall we say, nugget of fascination. It's Bill Cosby singing Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band. You won't find that just anywhere, now will ye?
Alright, is this a take or what? Alright, okay, everybody. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. That's right. Oh, that's good.
It was 20 years ago today that Sergeant Pepper taught the band to play. And they've been going in and out of style, but they're guaranteed to raise a smile. So may I introduce to you the act you've known for all these years, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Oh!
We hope you will enjoy the show.
Sing it, children.
With Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Sit back and let the evening go.
Boys.
Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Wonderful to be here, it's certainly a thrill.
I hope so.
You're such a lovely audience, we like to take you home with us. We like to take you home.
I don't really want to stop the show, but I thought you might like to know that the singer's gonna sing a song, and he wants you all to sing along. So let me introduce to you the one and only Billy Shears and Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
We'll be breaking for a commercial right about now. But don't worry, when we'll be coming back, the request lines will be thrown open, the sails will be set, and who knows where we'll be headed for. Because I take and let go of the wheel and leave it to ye. 3, 2, 3, heave-ho, and it's up to you wherever we go.
Look, Sidekick, a shop just for heroes.
No, it's a comic book shop and it's for everyone.
Not possible. See, it's even right in the name, Heroes. So that means you'll need to stay out here whilst I go shopping.
It's Heroes, your mom threw out comic shop, and it's for everyone, including sidekicks.
Hey guys, you know, the little guy is right. It's all about the love of comics, and not whether you can fly or not. But, by the way, I do love the cape.
Gee, thanks.
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momthroughout.com.
Oh, look! They have Archie comics!
Heroes Comics, for every kind of hero.
Well, here we be, and finally at the final 40. I hope you appreciate what we be doing when we hand the reins over to ye. We hand you the wheel, and you decide which way the ship shall go. We'll be going to port. We'll be going to starport. We'll be going straight into the rock. Got to turn a little more to the port. Those are the reefs we're heading for. Oh, boy. Oh, it's bad enough Babushka's running around after a squid with a fire axe. The squid has the fire axe. It ain't got a chance, but at least it's got a fighter's chance. It'll be calamari soon enough. And we are going straight to a request. It'd be Steve Martin and the Steep Canyon Rangers. Nights in the Lab.
We are two biologists. In the lab we coexist. We process biogenesis and stare into a petri dish. In the lab we're working late. You hang your coat and take a break. While you're gone I celebrate the photo on your laminate. Nights in the lab. Nights in the lab. I'm going mad. Working with you in the science lab. Share a sandwich in the sun, talking of bacterium. You have a lovely collarbone. Evening comes, we're all alone. Mix some sulfur iodide, check to see it's purified. No gorillas in the mist, working side by side like this. A little joke about the Arctic antelope. You smile a bit, you clear your throat and compliment my anecdote. We share a compound microscope. Our faces close, I feel there's hope. We analyze a spirochete. Accidentally our lips meet. Nights in the lab, nights in the lab. I'm going mad, working with you in the nights in the lab, nights in the lab. I'm going mad. You are Sue and I am Brad.
There lived a gloomy robot. His name was Marvin. He was getting old and a bit rusty and nobody liked him. One day, being very bored, he thought it would be a good idea to tidy up all his old programs in his dusty old data bank. There were tapes in there he hadn't played for years. Checking them through, he accidentally pushed a wrong button and suddenly he heard,
Marvin, I love you. Marvin, I love you.
Well, he was sure he hadn't heard that ever before. He wasn't even sure he'd heard it that time, because being a bored and gloomy robot, he hadn't really been listening. What was worse, he couldn't remember what button he'd accidentally pressed. Anyway, he tried a few switches at random and suddenly...
Marvin, I love you. Marvin, I love you. Remember, I'm programmed for you. I know we're worlds apart. Still you could break my heart. Loving you is all I can do.
Well, he heard it that time, all right, no doubt about it. Who was singing these strange words? Was it another robot or some strange life form from the distant past when he was a young robot and people still made the occasional attempt to like him? He couldn't make it out at all, so he pushed a few buttons again.
Marvin, I love you. Marvin, I love you.
That was it.
I tried to contact Marvin. I don't know why, but he never replied. Perhaps one day he'll answer. Till then, I guess I'll keep on trying. Marvin, I love you. Marvin, I love you. Remember, I'm programmed for you.
Does not compute, he thought miserably, but at least he knew where to find it in his data bank. From then on, he could play it whenever he wanted, think about what he'd missed, and live miserably ever after.
Remember, I'm programmed for you.
me Stephen Moore's Marvin, I Love You. It's a bit of a sequel to Marvin the Paranoid Android. If you're not familiar with Marvin and you need to be going and reading or watching The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, he's actually the original voice from the original Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, not that horrible reboot, remake, whatever. I know why they call it a reboot. It's because they're booting it with your old leather soles. Right out the door. Because they couldn't get it right the first time, so they made it worse the second time. Let's get right back to the phones.
Greetings, oh Captain, my Captain. I am calling to request something truly lyrical, wonderful. I would like to hear Daffy Duck Rhapsody. Thank you very much.
Greetings. My name is Daffy. There's no other duck like me because I'm so daffy. And the reason I'm daffy and so gosh darned riff-raffy and so screwy and laughy is because those hunters won't leave me alone. Oh, why don't they hunt some other animal for a change? So that I won't have to end up on a kitchen range. But no, duck hunting's all the rage and they won't let me be. And I'm so full of bullets, I'm lit up like a Christmas tree. There's so much I'd like to do if I just had the chance. I'd like to play and romp and even sing and do a dance. I would read the latest book, go swimming in a babbling brook. I'd like to fly the 7 seas, play hide and seek among the trees. I'd play hopscotch and double dutch, and this and that and things and such. I know that isn't asking much, but all these things I dassn't touch. It's bang bang here and bang bang there, bullets flying everywhere. I can't stand it any longer, I get weak and they get stronger. Hunters to the right of me, hunters to the left I see. Over hill and over dale, bullets whizzing past my tail. There's no rest and there's no peace, this shooting ever cease, morning, noon, and through the night. That's why I look such a fright. Bang, 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 I'm only 16 yards ahead. Bang, 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 they're shooting straight at me. Hoo, 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 they won't let up until I'm dead. Hoo, 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 why can't they let me be? Why don't they hunt big wild moose or chase a reindeer on the loose? And possum, chipmunk, caribou, a rabbit for a rabbit stew. Raccoon, squirrels, porcupine, monkeys swinging on the vine. Leopards with or without spots, wildcats with or without dots. Elephants, badgers, kangaroo, lions, tigers, cows that moo. Wolves, mice, and prairie ox, red and gray and silver fox. Daffy, they drive me daffy. Those hunters with their great big guns, they're all their uncles, cousins, fathers, sons, crazy. They got me hazy with all that rootin', footin', hootin', tootin', highfalutin', noisy shootin' closer. They're getting closer with shotguns, pistols, bows and arrows, rifles, knives, and other deadly trifles. Scram now while I'm still able. You're nuts if you think that I'm gonna end up on somebody's dinner table. So goodbye. So long now.
Daddy Captain! Mommy Babushka is saying she needs more cannonballs and gunpowder.
What be ever for?
She's been fighting with a neighbor again, and she says she needs to give them what for?
Fair enough. I'll call the broker in the morning.
Okay, bye!
Bye, my dear.
Can you understand what I'm trying to say? Can you
over and over again, my friend. Gotta get down with it, around the A, but it's around time. Happy Saturday, over and over and over again, my friend. Gotta get down with it, around the A, but it's around time. Happy Saturday, over and over and over again, my friend. Gotta get down with it, around the A, but it's around time. But it's around time.
Thank you. We would like to leave you with an instrumental.
There are things when you dress that you put on your toes. There are boys who wear tubes and girls who wear hose. If you want to keep me warm when the freezing cold wind blows, don't give me your love and forget it. Just give me a pair of those. I want your socks. I want your socks. I'll wear them on my feet. I'll show them to my friends, 'cause I like the feel of that Dacron polyester blend. Argyle or cotton, wool or gold toe. When you tell me I got a foot fetish, then I tell you that I'll smell them, but you still say no. I swear I won't stretch them, won't pull out the threads. My puppy won't chew them or rip them to shreds. Tell me who has been putting his toes in your holes. Have you been a patient of that heel Dr. Scholl's? I want your socks. I want your socks. They're comfortable. Socks. Elasticals. Socks. They're darnable. Socks. They're made of wool. Knitted. But most of all, one size fits all. Socks are something that we should wear.
Socks are something that come in pairs.
Socks are thin and socks are thick. You can even wear one on your hand. Socks are washable when they're done. Socks get lost one by one. Socks. I need a podiatrist. Socks. I need a chiropodist. Socks. I need a pedicurist. Socks. I have a bunion. What's your definition of dirty, baby? When do you consider doing laundry? Don't you know I love to play footsie, baby? Don't you think it's time you gave socks to me? Ow! Socks to me! Put them on!
Hi there, me the Iceman, but I want your socks. That was requested by the mail of me from John. And then we had before that a friend of mine. Yeah, a friend of mine was name of the piety. That's right. And she wanted to hear the Dickies, Eve of Destruction. A lovely version of that. We're gonna go to commercial, but when we come back, don't forget, we got more requests right from ye. And you can be calling them in. 323 Heave-Ho. 323 Heave-Ho. Heaveho. Right here on the Captain's Quarters.
Deep within the ancient shadows that lay within the Elmira Heights Theater, nestled within its attic, there stands a realm that holds a balance between good and evil. A realm that emboldens the heart and enthralls the imagination. This is a realm where legends of heroes and villains alike come to life and are spurred forward by the Keeper, known as Josh. Within his holdings, he has keys to the past, the present, the future, and to galaxies far beyond our own. What is the name of this marvelous realm, you may ask? It is There and Back Again, Toys and Collectibles. Relive the adventures you held as a child with vintage Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Mask, Transformers, Hasbro, Mattel toys, to name a few. The Keeper also has hundreds of Funko Pops in stock. The portal to enter this magical realm is only open for a short duration each and every week. So, to ensure your victory of entrance, go to the Oracle of Facebook, seek out There and back again, toys and collectibles. Stand tall and learn to play again.
Let's be a stopping into BC's restaurant and see what Mike be a cooking up.
But I's brought us some raw squid and salami sandwiches so we could his picnic.
Oh, that's nice. But I wanted to treat you to a nice meal.
I'll save these for later.
Aye, let's be fetching in.
Oh, this is nice.
Aye, that'd be. And it looks like an old-fashioned diner at that.
And looks at this menu. It looks so good. They got the wings, the subs and salads. I think I get a BC big plate. Let's see. It comes with the cheeseburger, the hot dog, the fries, the cheese sauce, the meat sauce, and the coleslaw. Better mix that too. What are you having, my little pumpernickel?
I think I'll be having a double dog special. Oh, goody. It'd be a coming with chips and a drink too. Ha ha ha.
BC's Restaurant, 238 Oakwood Avenue, Elmira Heights. They have indoor, outdoor, and takeout available. 607-735-2166. And they're open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Well, here we are in the last part of the show. But don't worry, we still have plenty of, shall we say, great suggestions or requests as it may be, before we stumble upon the witching hour. And I have a cursed intuition that this witching hour might be slightly worse than the others. So, here we go to the phones.
Hey, yo, Captain. This is the champ. I want to request The Rye of the Kaiser by Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah, that's what I want. Me and Adrian, we love listening to that. Hey, yo, Mick, cut me, Mick. Cut me some more of the liverwurst so I can put it on my Rye of the Kaiser. Yeah, thank you. Goodbye.
champ got too lazy. Ain't gonna fly now, he's just taking up space. Sold his gloves, threw his eggs down the drain. But he's no bum, he works down the street. He bought the neighborhood deli. Back on his feet, now he's chopping up meat. Come inside, maybe you'll hear him say, try the Rye or the Kaiser, they're on special tonight. If you want, you can have an appetizer. You might like our salami and the liver's alright. And they'd really go well with the Rye or the Kaiser. Never eats while on the job. He heard it's good to stay hungry. But he makes a pretty mean shish kebab. Have a taste, they were made fresh today. Try the Rye or the Kaiser, or the wheat or the white. Maybe I can suggest an appetizer. Stay away from the tuna, it smells funny tonight. But you just can't go wrong with the Rye or the Kaiser. So today, his deli comes first. Still he dreams of his past days of glory. Goes in the back and beats up on the liverwurst. All the while you can still hear him say, it's the Rye or the Kaiser, it's the thrill of one bite. Let me please be your catering advisor. If you want substitutions, I won't put up a fight. You can have your roast beef on the Rye or the Kaiser.
Well, what you got?
Well, there's egg and bacon, egg, sausage and bacon, egg and spam, egg, bacon and spam, egg, bacon, sausage and spam, spam, bacon, sausage and spam, spam, egg, spam, spam, bacon and spam, spam, sausage, spam, 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 bacon, spam, tomato and spam, 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 egg and spam, 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 bacon, spam, 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 and spam. Or lobster thermidor crevettes with the Mornay sauce served in the Provençal manner with shallots and aubergines garnished with truffle pate, brandy and a fried egg on top and spam.
Have you got anything without spam?
Well, the spam, egg, sausage and spam. That's not got much spam in it.
I don't want any spam.
Why can't you have egg, bacon, spam and sausage?
That's got spam in it.
It hasn't got as much spam in it as spam, egg, sausage and spam, has it?
Could you do me egg, bacon, spam and sausage without the spam then? Yeah. What do you mean? I don't like spam.
Spam, 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 spam.
Bloody Vikings! You can't have egg, bacon, spam and sausage without the spam!
I don't like spam!
Shh, dear, don't cause a fuss. I'll have your spam. I love it. I'm having spam, 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 baked beans, spam, 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 and spam.
Spam, 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 spam.
Baked beans are off!
Well, can I have a spam instead of the baked beans, then?
You mean spam, 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 and spam?
Lovely spam, wonderful spam, lovely spam, wonderful spam, 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 spam.
There, the Monty Python's spam. Well requested, well loved, and oftentimes well digested. Now, right back to the phones with us. Or are you? You understand. It's another request here on 323 Heave-Ho, the Captain's Quarters.
All right, Captain. All right. I need to hear me some hugging and a talking. Yes! Not the newer version. I need to hear me some stuff from the old 78. You understand? I don't need to tell you. You the man. Ha ha!
I got a gal who's mighty sweet, big blue eyes and tiny feet. Her name is Rosabelle McGee, and she tips the scales at 3030G. But ain't it grand to have a gal so big and fat that when you go to hug her, you don't know where you're at. You have to take a piece of chalk in your hand and hug a ways and chalk a mark to see where you began. One day I was a hugging and a chalking and a chalking and a hugging away, when I met another fellow with some chalk in his hand, coming around the other way, over the mountain, coming around the other way. Nobody ever said I'm weak. My bones don't ache, my joints don't creak. But I grow pale and I get limp every time I see my baby blimp. Oh, gee, but ain't it grand to have a gal so big and fat that when you go to hug her, you don't know where you're at. You have to take a piece of chalk in your hand
and hug a bit and talk. I want to see where you began.
One day I was a hugging and a chalking and a begging her to be my bride.
When I met another fellow with some chalk in his hand,
Coming around the other side.
over the mountain,
Coming around the other side. She's a mile wide.
chalking up the mark down in Yellowstone Park.
When I met another fellow with some chalk in his hand, coming around the other side.
Over the mountain, over the great divide.
Trekking across the universe. On the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk. Star trekking across the universe. Slowly going forward 'cause we can't find reverse. Lieutenant, report. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, Jim.
Life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, Captain.
Yeah, Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, Jim. Star trekking across the universe. On the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk. Star trekking across the universe. Slowly going forward, still can't find reverse.
It's worse than that, he's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. It's worse than that, he's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead.
It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, Captain.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, Jim.
Starship Captain James T. Kirk.
Ah, we come in peace, shoot to kill, shoot to kill, shoot to kill. We come in peace, shoot to kill, men.
It's worse than that, he's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. It's worse than that, he's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead.
Well, it's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, Captain.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow. Scrape them off, Jim. Star trekking across the universe. On the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk. Star trekking across the universe. Slowly going forward and things are getting worse.
Engine room. Mr. Scott.
You cannot change the laws of physics. Laws of physics. Laws of physics. You cannot change the laws of physics. Laws of physics, Jim.
Ah, we come in peace, shoot to kill, shoot to kill, shoot to kill. We come in peace, shoot to kill. Scotty, beam me up.
It's worse than that, he's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. It's worse than that, he's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead.
Well, it's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, Captain.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow.
You cannot change the script, Jim. I'll see you, Jimmy.
It's worse than that, it's physics, Jim.
Bridge to engine room, warp factor 9.
Oh, if I give it any more, she'll blow.
We started out there hugging and a chalking as a Hoagley Carmichael and the chickadees. Then we went right into the firm, Star Trekking. Now we've had requested fast food. That's right, by Stevens and Gridnick. Fast food. Sometimes you feel like this, and sometimes, well, I rarely ever get the orders right.
A double cheeseburger, onion rings, and a large orange drink, please. Did you get my order? A double cheeseburger, onion rings, and a large orange drink. No, I want a cheeseburger, a double cheeseburger, onion rings, and a large orange drink. A cheeseburger. I want a. Listen to me. Shut up. A double cheeseburger. Say it. Double cheeseburger. Double cheeseburger. Right. Onion rings. Say it. Onion rings. Onion rings. And a large orange drink. Large orange drink. Drink. Say it. Drink. I want a double cheeseburger, onion rings, and a large orange drink. Ah!
It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. Now many years ago when I was 23, I was married to a widder who was pretty as could be. This widder had a grown-up daughter who had hair of red. My father fell in love with her and soon they two were wed. This made my dad my son-in-law and changed my very life. My daughter was my mother 'cause she was my father's wife. To complicate the matter, even though it brought me joy, I soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy. My little baby then became a brother-in-law to Dad, and so became my uncle, though it made me very sad. For if he was my uncle, then that also made him brother of the widow's grown-up daughter, who of course was my stepmother. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. Father's wife then had a son who kept them on the run, and he became my grandchild, for he was my daughter's son. My wife is now my mother's mother, and it makes me blue, because although she is my wife, she's my grandmother too. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. Now, if my wife is my grandmother, then I'm her grandchild. And every time I think of it, it nearly drives me wild. For now I have become the strangest case you ever saw. As husband of my grandmother, I am my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. Oh, I'm my own grandpa.
Well, that there be Lonzo and Oscar with I'm me own grandpa. And I'm the captain. I love it, I love it. Now, don't forget, 323 heave-ho, 323 heave-ho. That's the request line right here at the captain's quarters. Well, that'd be bringing us to the, not quite the end of the show, but it definitely brings us to the witching hour once again, once a week. Now, it's time to take our medicine. Oh dear, it won't go down well, but if you just hold your nose and you wait till you can't breathe no more, whatever goes in your mouth will most likely make it to your tummy without coming back up too quickly. That's how you handle the witching hour. Now, here it be, Babushka.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds is far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drop waves above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh, why?
Well, I think we've all been tortured well enough. It's time to say good night.
So just chill till the next episode.